Hello there, friends. Thank you for sharing this journey through the chakras with me. It's been an honor. We have one more stop to make together. That's at the 7th chakra, the crown of the head, Sahasrara. Sahasrara means thousandfold, representing the lotus flower of enlightenment at the top of the head. Now, the energy is not just within the head, it's also about 6 inches above the head as well. It's an energy that shines upward. This is the energy that governs spirituality. Now, keep in mind that spirituality can mean something different for everyone. Spirituality, in this case, is looking for a sense of blissfulness, a sense of joy for life, a sense of connection to something greater and higher than the self. The idea that we are a drop of water within the vast ocean. We are the same particles that make up the stars. We are made from the same particles that fall into the earth. The element associated with the crown chakra is thought. Thought. Whatever you think is what you manifest. You can actually redirect the energy of thoughts. One thing that I have played around with, I use myself, but I also teach my son this as well, is that when you have a negative thought, you can actually cancel it and redirect energy. We use the left hand to say, all right now, cancel, cancel. Oh, I can't do that. Cancel, cancel. This is really hard, but I can encircle the redirected energy. Just a fun little activity that we play with as part of a lifestyle technique. Now, the color commonly associated with the crown chakra is purple. What shade of purple comes to mind for you? It is commonly associated with the darker shades of purple, generally mean that you are more open within the energies of the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And if you see a lilac or a lighter shade of purple, that generally indicates that the upper 3 chakras are more open within the throat, the third eye, and within the crown. Now keep in mind, not one way is right or better than the other. The energy within the entire chakra system is always in constant fluctuation. And the best part is that if you notice that one part is more open than another, you can change and redirect energy as you see fit. Ideally, we'd like to have the chakra system balanced, but on a day-to-day basis, the energy is constantly shifting. When one chakra is more open and overactive, that's generally depleting energy from a different chakra down below. So when the crown chakra is overactive and really open, then that is closing off and depleting energy, generally from the root chakra. If you think about it, when tragedy happens, when foundations are shooken up, the root chakra energy closes, our foundation is now closed or shaky, and then the spirituality opens up. When you see earthquakes or tragedies that happen worldwide, you can see people gathering, holding each other, praying, lighting candles. And the same can be the opposite direction as well. If we are so stuck in reality, so invested in material things and constantly moving within the physical world, that can leave us feeling depleted or disconnected to spirituality. And I mean, that goes back and forth between all the chakras. It's not just one give, one take, but when one chakra is overactive, that tends to leave another underactive. So kind of feel like, where are you open? Where are you more closed off? And does that have an effect on one another? When you are working on your crown chakra and trying to balance things out here, you are actually benefiting and helping the lower 3 chakras as well. On a physical level, the crown chakra is associated with the pineal gland within the endocrine system. The pineal gland has an effect on the body neurologically and psychologically. The challenge here shows up as delusion. Someone who is balanced within the seventh chakra would have a sense of bliss, joy, and passion for life, and a connection higher and greater than the self. What gives you that sense of blissfulness, of joy, of connection higher than the self? Begin to notice coincidences. If you are setting an intention within your practice, and then the very next day that intention arises and shows up, that is the universe presenting to you, I'm listening. Listen back. One day, so when my son was really little, he asked me, how do you know if God is listening? And I said, oh boy, I think God asked the same thing to you. How does God know that you're listening? And you can substitute that word with universal source, a higher power, whatever works for you, all reaching the same goal to be connected to something greater. The challenge of delusion shows up when we are unbalanced within the crown chakra, both overactive and underactive. When the crown chakra is overactive, that can have a high energy around spirituality that can leave us disconnected to the physical world, disconnected with culture and the people around us. And the opposite end is all the same. When there is an underactive crown chakra, that can give you the delusion that you are only part of the external world. You are completely absorbed within the reality and then not connecting with the self within. You may have some confusion around what your purpose is. May have a loss or disconnect behind your passion or your purpose for life. The delusion that there's nothing greater and nothing more powerful than you, having like a godlike personality. All symptoms of having an unbalanced chakra with a sense of delusion. Also, what are some ways to balance out your seventh chakra? An activity that I find really helpful is prayer, is also if a traditional organized religious prayer doesn't work for you, that's okay. Have you thought about maybe creating your own? Yes, you can create your own prayers. Something that says that you are connected to a higher power and with a greater purpose. If you don't necessarily like the association with the word prayer, you can also try creating and making your own mission statement. Now, these are just ideas listed within your workbook at the very bottom of the page under lifestyle. They are completely flexible. If you find something else that makes more sense to you, follow that intuition, follow that logic. No one knows you better than you. Go ahead and write down what will work for you. One more activity I'd like to share, and this is listed within your workbook, just to kind of sum it up. It's something that you can come back to at any time. It's called the glass of water exercise. You're going to take a glass of water and fill it up to the top. Hold the glass of water within your hands, and you're going to bless the water. In your own way, please make it your own. I like to say, bless this water with pure love and light, bless this water with pure love and light, and I repeat it over and over again until that energy builds up within the pranamaya kosha. You can just kind of feel it running through you into the water. Can you imagine the water molecules actually taking shape and form? It is something beautiful and something blessed. Once you feel like your water has that energy behind it, you need to feel it and you need to believe it. Then you're going to ask the water, with this water, I will find the solution to, and you fill in the blank. From there, drink half the glass. Just set that next to your bedside through the night. When you wake up in the morning, repeat that. Grab the glass of water. With this water, I will find the solution to repeat what you're working on. Go ahead and drink the water. See what arises, see what surfaces, see what the universe has to present to you. I find this one fascinating because in 1990, Dr. Emoto did an experiment on water molecules. He did this experiment, you can go ahead and look this up, based on prayer, based on sound, based on music. When you absorb the water in positive energy, it actually takes shape and takes form to something beautiful, kind of representing like little snowflakes. Then when you saturate the water in negative energy and negative words and negative music, it actually distorted the water molecules into something mucky, into something ugly. Well, guess what? You are made up of primarily water. Yes, so you can change the water molecules, bless them, and take that in. You can also take this exercise from the approach of a psychological standpoint. Whatever you think about before bed, that is what will be on loop all night long. So if you really desire a solution and you feel it and you believe, yes, I want this to surface, your subconscious will bring it to you and present that desired information. Go ahead and give it a try, and we'll see you soon, friends.